Prince William didn't mince his words. In fact, he sounded genuinely frustrated. According to the Prince of Wales, people are losing something important, not because of politics or technology itself, but because of how casually we communicate now. Everyone just fires off a quick text, he said. And in the process, he believes we've lost the art of real debate. Speaking during a visit to a youth group in North London, William reflected on how modern communication has changed the way people listen and misunderstand one another. Messages are sent fast, read faster, and often interpreted completely wrong. Tone disappears. Meaning gets twisted. And conversations that should be thoughtful turn into friction. We've lost the art of debating, he said plainly. Coming from a future king who refuses to let his own children have mobile phones, the comment landed harder than expected. It wasn't a throwaway line. It was a glimpse into how William sees the future, and what he worries might be slipping away. The timing was no coincidence. Just days earlier, Kate had co-written a personal essay warning about the quiet damage phones can do to family life, how screens replace conversation, and how people can sit together without truly connecting. Together, the message was clear: talk to each other. Properly. William was speaking to young people supported by BBC Children in Need's We Move FWD initiative, a long-term program focused on creating opportunity for ethnic minority youth across the UK. And rather than lecture, he listened. As the group shared their experiences, William kept returning to one point: not everyone thinks like you, and that's exactly why listening matters. We're only a community if we hear everyone, he said. If we're not talking, there's no message. It wasn't abstract theory. He admitted that hearing other perspectives often puts him back in his box, reminding him that even when you think you understand how others live, you usually don't. That humility set the tone for the day. William laughed easily with the group, joked with presenters, and even teased a guest who mentioned her family lived in Windsor, prompting him to ask, deadpan, if she was inviting them over to stay. The room erupted. It's not the maddest question I've ever been asked. He grinned. But the visit wasn't all talk. He moved from conversation to action. Meeting young gardeners, sampling leaves from a multi-generational growing project, and planting a kiwi vine with his bare hands. No gloves. No hesitation. When someone joked it might not survive, William smiled and promised it would be the most resilient kiwi around here. That word, resilient, kept coming up. Young photographers showed him their work. One admitted he froze when William walked in. Another said the connection felt real, not rehearsed. The future king coming to see us doesn't happen every day, one teen said. It was memorable. And that might be the point. While debates rage online and conversations shrink into comment sections, William seems determined to slow things down. To ask questions. To listen longer. To remind people, especially young people, that meaning comes from exchange, not reaction. It fits a wider pattern. Just days earlier in Bristol, William was testing futuristic mobility scooters, discussing climate tech, and installing microplastic filtration systems in royal homes. Big ideas. Long-term thinking. Solutions that require patience. Meanwhile, Kate has been walking hills with mental health groups, sitting with children in therapy sessions, and showing how healing often starts with presence, not words. Together, they've returned to public life with a clear focus: connection over noise. Depth over speed. In a world obsessed with instant replies, Prince William is making an unexpected case that listening is a skill, debate is an art, and real conversation might be one of the most powerful tools we have left. And if that means fewer texts and more talking? He seems perfectly fine with that.